Good morning and happy Monday. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. The week ahead, I hope, will look excellent for you as well. We're going to begin the show with one of our favorite guests, Bryan Beasley with the Beasley Agency, who's going to be here this morning talking about your home and your homeowners policy. But in case you're wondering, gee, what's up with the dog, the puppy, in full disclosure, the work week gets very busy for Bryan, so he has a habit of coming our way actually on Fridays. And we record with him in an effort to then bring it to you the following week. So I guess if you're going to try to be in real time, this is really Friday, not Monday, right?
Yes.
And so today, the Humane Educational Society was here with puppies, and this little one, her name is Pear, she and Bryan have bonded. So we thought it'd be fun to let Bryan keep on holding the puppy while the two of us talk. Is that right?
Yeah. And Jennifer, by the way, you know, Pear might be coming home, just so you're ready.
Yeah, she is up for adoption.
Just so you're ready.
Okay, so you told me something that made my mouth just drop open, and I bet it's going to do that for a lot of people. We've been talking for a while about the increasing rates on insurance because the price to replace things continues to go up and up.
Yes.
But you're talking now about problems that homeowners are finding with not being renewed by their insurance company?
Yes, either non-renewed or they'll get a notice that their rate is going to go 50%, 150% up. So rates are increasing, and that's, in some ways, that's a way for the all the insurance companies right now are losing money, everybody. There's not any of them that aren't losing money. So in an effort to try and gain money back, they're shrinking the new business that's coming in and non-renewing people that have been in for a while that maybe have an aging roof or have other issues around the house. So inspectors are coming back out. Like usually an inspector only inspects the house on a new policy, but now they're coming back out and they're re-inspecting. They're looking for branches touching the roof or grass growing in the gutter system or...
Okay, so one thing you had said to me though was that you said the insurance company can't drop you.
Right.
But what's the difference in dropping you and not renewing you?
Well, you can't drop a customer
mid-policy.
Right. But at renewal, you can non-renew because of whatever the risk is.
Okay.
If there's risk at your home, if you're, then the insurance company can either non-renew you or change your policy in a way that affects that minimizes the risk for the insurance company.
Okay, are they doing this based on assumptions? Because I was going to ask you if you had mentioned with me off camera about a roof. If they think your roof is old and then there's hail damage, that's a $20,000 loss to them.
Yeah.
So what if you as the homeowner just did the roof and didn't make a claim?
That's what I want to talk about. Yeah, if like I've had several friends that have called me up recently and said, this is the situation, there's water, there's this. Do I file the claim or not file the claim? And these are friends of mine that I don't have their policies, but they're with somebody else. And their insurance agent is saying, don't file the claim. It's better if you can dodge filing a claim right now, don't file a claim.
Okay.
There's danger in filing the claim. If you have one claim, in the near future, you might not be able to find insurance from top 10 or 12 carriers. You might have to go to an extra market where your rate might double.
But okay, so many things I want to say. On the idea though of not filing the claim, it's kind of a Las Vegas gamble, isn't it? Because if you're also telling me that the insurance company might be dropping you simply on the fear of you filing a claim, is that possible? Because that's kind of what I heard you say, that if they think your roof is old, they might just go ahead and not renew because your roof is old.
If it's old enough, yeah.
So if you've denied a claim, if you haven't filed a claim in hopes that on good faith they'll keep you and then they don't, you kind of lose twice.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
This is complicated.
It is complicated, and it's I always say you need to crunch the numbers. This is a good time to pull out the spreadsheets and put pen to paper and figure out. One thing that we see in the Tennessee Valley and in North Georgia is that the deductible that people have on their home is usually lower, right?
Yeah.
One way to hedge all of that is to have a higher deductible, which means that if you have a $5,000 deductible, then when you do have a claim, that's the threshold you're trying to hit, right? You have a water claim, it's $3,500, you pay that out of pocket.
Right.
You're going to pay it out of pocket anyway.
Right.
If you file a claim, you're just dinging yourself.
What about the old thing that I always heard, that once you call the insurance company, the claim is in the process of being filed, whether you use their money or not?
Call your agent. Call your agent and talk through it with your agent. Or What we always recommend, are you trying to get my microphone? What we always recommend is that you have somebody come out and take a look and give you an estimate first.
Okay.
So there are several companies, you know, if it's a roof, have a roofer come out and just look at your roof. They'll do an estimate without charging you anything, and they'll tell you if it's an insurance claim or not. And then you're starting with a number that you know versus not knowing anything.
I'm not hearing you say, Bryan, gee, come to me and I can help you navigate all these waters. I mean, some things are even, they're just happening in the industry.
Yes, yeah. Like there's several companies now in Georgia. Georgia's a tough state right now. Rates are getting ready to go up. It's one of those targeted states where, just like Florida, several insurance companies pulled out of Florida recently. Georgia's going to shrink a little bit, and it's going to be harder to get insurance in Georgia because there's so many claims. There's so much that's happening, and it's more expensive. So now in Georgia, several companies they're not allowing non-resident licensed agents to write business in that state. It's just a way to shrink the book back to get to more profitable.
So as a homeowner, you need to make sure, A, that you're looking at your policy and any mail that comes to you from your insurance company you're opening in case they're saying we're not going to renew you.
Yes, non-renewals are big, yeah.
And then you as an agent, though, you can at least shop around for different rates for people. You don't represent any one insurance carrier?
I do represent one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But there are options within that. If there's a kick out, then there's other options. So
okay.
The other thing I wanted to tell you is that if you are non-renewed or if you get a rate increase that is tough to take, and you start shopping with other insurers, it's worth understanding what your existing policy is and what you're going to.
Okay.
Because what's going to happen is you may have a policy that you've had for a long time with your carrier, and you may have a replacement cost on your roof, which means that if you have to file a claim, they're going to replace your whole roof.
Right.
If you move it to another carrier, you might have a higher deductible and you might have a scheduled roof replacement.
Okay.
Which means that it's going to depreciate.
Which means I need to give you his phone number. You won't see Pear there in his office unless his wife Jennifer acquiesces and says, yes, we'll adopt her. But 428-9222 is his phone number. TheBeasleyAgency.com is his website. But do be taking careful attention to the mail you get from your insurance company, and hopefully this will not be happening to you. Thanks for the tip, Bryan.
Yes.
And Mondays always mean our dad joke of the week. Bryan's a funny guy. Today's topic was serious, but here's our dad joke of the week, brought to you by our good friend, Jason Wright.
Your dad joke of the week, brought to you by West Yellowknife Trading Post.
Hi there, welcome back to this week's installment of the